openSUSE Linux is a powerful, community-driven operating system that represents one of the most polished and versatile GNU Linux distributions available today. When explaining openSUSE, it helps to begin with its identity and purpose. openSUSE is a free and open-source Linux distribution sponsored by SUSE, a well-known enterprise Linux company. Unlike many distributions that are either strictly community-based or purely commercial, openSUSE sits in a unique position where it benefits from strong corporate backing while remaining fully driven by an open community. This balance gives openSUSE a reputation for stability, transparency, and technical excellence, making it suitable for beginners, developers, system administrators, and enterprise users alike. At its core, openSUSE is built around the idea of choice and control. Users are not locked into a single workflow, desktop environment, or use case. Instead, openSUSE provides a flexible foundation that can be customized for personal desktop, development workstations, servers, or even advanced testing environments. This flexibility is one of the reasons openSUSE is often described as a distribution for learning Linux properly, because it encourages users to understand how the system works rather than hiding complexity behind excessive automation. One of the most important things to understand about openSUSE is that it actually comes in two main variants, each designed for different needs. The first is openSUSE Leap, which is the stable release. Leap shares its core source code with SUSE Linux Enterprise, often abbreviated as SLE. This means that Leap inherits enterprise-grade stability, long-term maintenance, and rigorous testing. For users who value reliability over having the latest software versions, Leap is an excellent choice. It is commonly used on servers, professional workstations, and by users who want a dependable daily driver that rarely breaks. The second variant is openSUSE Tumbleweed, which is a rolling release distribution. Instead of waiting for major version upgrades, Tumbleweed continuously delivers the latest versions of the Linux kernel, desktop environments, drivers, and applications. However, unlike many rolling release distributions that can be unstable, Tumbleweed is carefully tested through an automated system before updates are released to users. This makes Tumbleweed a favorite among developers and enthusiasts who want cutting-edge software without sacrificing reliability. The development philosophy behind openSUSE is deeply rooted in quality assurance. One of the standout technologies used by the project is called Open Build Service, often referred to as OBS. This is a powerful platform that allows developers to build, package, and distribute software for openSUSE and many other Linux distributions. OBS is not only used internally by the openSUSE project, but is also available to the wider open-source community. It plays a crucial role in ensuring that software packages are consistent, reproducible, and properly maintained. Another defining feature of openSUSE is its installer and system management tool known as YaST, which stands for Yet Another Setup Tool. YaST is one of the most comprehensive system configuration utilities available on any Linux distribution. Through YaST, users can manage software installation, hardware configuration, network settings, system services, bootloader options, user accounts, security policies, and much more. What makes YaST especially valuable is that it provides both graphical and text-based interfaces, meaning it can be used comfortably on desktops as well as servers without a graphical environment. From a video explanation perspective, it is important to emphasize how YaST simplifies complex system administration tasks. For example, tasks that might require editing multiple configuration files on other distributions can often be handled through a single YaST module in openSUSE. This does not remove flexibility. Advanced users can still manually edit configuration files if they prefer. Instead, YaST offers an additional layer of convenience that reduces errors and saves time, particularly for users who are still learning Linux system administration. Package management is another area where openSUSE stands out. openSUSE uses the RPM package format, similar to Fedora, Red Hat, and SUSE Linux Enterprise. However, its package manager, Zypper, is widely regarded as one of the most powerful and reliable command-line package management tools in the Linux ecosystem. Zypper handles dependencies efficiently, provides clear output, and supports advanced features such as repository prioritization, vendor switching, and rollback functionality when used with certain file systems. Speaking of file systems, openSUSE has been a pioneer in adopting advanced Linux technologies. One notable example is its default use of the Btrfs file system for the root partition, particularly in openSUSE Leap and Tumbleweed. Btrfs offers modern features such as snapshots, subvolumes, and data integrity checks. openSUSE integrates Btrfs deeply with system tools, allowing users to take automatic snapshots before system updates. If something goes wrong during an update, users can easily roll back to a previous snapshot from the boot menu. This snapshot and rollback capability is a major reason why openSUSE is considered one of the safest distributions to update, even on a rolling release model like Tumbleweed. When discussing desktop environments, openSUSE offers exceptional choice. During installation, users can select from popular desktop environments such as KDE Plasma, GNOME, XFCE, LXQT, and others. Btrfs is often highlighted in openSUSE demonstrations because it receives particularly strong integration and polish. openSUSE has a long-standing relationship with the KDE community, and many KDE developers use openSUSE as their primary development platform. As a result, KDE on openSUSE tends to feel very refined, stable, and feature-complete. That said, GNOME users are also well supported, and the GNOME experience on openSUSE closely follows upstream design principles. For users who prefer lightweight desktops, options like XFCE and LXQT provide efficient performance on older or less powerful hardware. This wide range of choices reinforces openSUSE's philosophy of user freedom and customization. Security is another important aspect of openSUSE that deserves attention in a detailed explanation. openSUSE includes several security features by default, including AppArmor, which is a mandatory access control system developed by SUSE. AppArmor allows administrators to define profiles that restrict what applications can access, limiting potential damage if a program is compromised. openSUSE integrates AppArmor seamlessly, making it relatively easy to manage and understand compared to other security frameworks. In addition to AppArmor, openSUSE benefits from regular security updates, transparent security advisories, and strong collaboration with upstream projects. Because openSUSE Leap shares a codebase with SUSE Linux Enterprise, it benefits from enterprise-level security practices and long-term support policies. This makes openSUSE an attractive option for users who care deeply about system security without wanting to sacrifice usability. The openSUSE community itself plays a crucial role in shaping the distribution. The project is governed by the openSUSE board, which works alongside contributors from around the world. Community members participate in packaging, testing, documentation, translation, marketing, and user support. This open governance model ensures that decisions are made transparently and that users can directly influence the direction of the project. One interesting aspect to highlight in a video script is how openSUSE experimentation and learning. Tools like OpenQA, an automated testing framework, are used extensively to test system images and updates before release. OpenQA automatically installs openSUSE in virtual machines, simulates user interactions, and checks for errors. This rigorous testing process is one of the reasons why openSUSE Tumbleweed, despite being a rolling release, maintains a high level of stability. For developers, openSUSE offers an excellent environment. It supports multiple programming languages, development frameworks, and container technologies out of the box. Tools such as Docker, Podman, Kubernetes, and KVM virtualization are well supported and easy to configure. openSUSE is often used as a development and testing platform for enterprise software, making it a strong choice for professionals working in DevOps, cloud computing, or backend development. Another important topic to cover is how openSUSE fits into the broader Linux ecosystem. openSUSE is not as mainstream as Ubuntu, but it has a dedicated and knowledgeable user base. It is often chosen by users who want a more technically transparent system without the steep learning curve of distributions like Arch Linux. In this sense, openSUSE occupies a middle ground where users can enjoy advanced features while still benefiting from strong defaults and excellent documentation. Documentation is a key strength of the openSUSE project. The official openSUSE documentation covers installation, system administration, security, networking, and more. In addition, the community maintains YaST, forums, mailing lists, and chat channels where users can ask questions and share knowledge. This strong documentation culture makes openSUSE particularly suitable for learners who want to deepen their understanding of Linux internals. From a historical perspective, openSUSE has a long and respected lineage. The project originated from SUSE Linux, one of the oldest Linux distributions, dating back to the early days of Linux in the 1990s. Over the years, openSUSE evolved alongside changes in the Linux ecosystem, adopting new technologies while maintaining a strong focus on quality and stability. This history gives openSUSE a sense of maturity and credibility that is often highlighted when comparing it to newer distributions. Another point worth explaining is how openSUSE handles updates and system maintenance. In openSUSE Leap, updates are conservative and focused on stability, with security patches and bug fixes delivered regularly. Major version upgrades are less frequent and well documented. In Tumbleweed, updates are more frequent, sometimes arriving daily or weekly, but thanks to snapshot rollbacks and testing, users can update with confidence. This dual approach allows users to choose a workflow that best matches their tolerance for change. openSUSE also places a strong emphasis on open standards and upstream collaboration. Rather than heavily modifying software, the project often works closely with upstream developers to ensure that improvements benefit the wider, open-source community. This philosophy aligns with the broader values of free software and helps maintain compatibility and consistency across different Linux distributions. When explaining openSUSE in a video, it is also useful to address who the distribution is best suited for. openSUSE is ideal for users who want to learn Linux deeply, developers who need a reliable and modern platform, system administrators who value robust tools, and enthusiasts who enjoy customization and control. While beginners can certainly use openSUSE, especially with desktop environments like KDE Plasma, it tends to appeal most strongly to users who are curious and willing to explore. Despite its many strengths, openSUSE is not without challenges. Its installer and tools, while powerful, can feel overwhelming to users who are accustomed to simpler distributions. The sheer number of options and configuration possibilities may be intimidating at first. However, for many users, this complexity becomes a strength over time as they gain confidence and appreciation for the control it provides. In conclusion, openSUSE Linux is a distribution that exemplifies balance. It balances stability with innovation, corporate backing with community governance, and powerful tools with user freedom. Whether through the rock-solid reliability of openSUSE Leap or the cutting-edge experience of Tumbleweed, openSUSE offers a Linux experience that is both educational and dependable. It is a distribution that rewards curiosity, encourages learning, and provides the tools needed to build, experiment, and grow within the Linux ecosystem. For anyone looking to truly understand Linux while using a professionally engineered system, openSUSE stands as one of the most compelling choices available today.